yourself a program. And hit the snack bar. Find yourself a seat in the grandstand at the Canfield Fairgrounds. A little grit in your teeth and dirt in your hair with heavy horsepower serenading the Ohio air. We've got us a good old-fashioned monster truck race coming up next. This is Trucks and Tractor Power, featuring the best in MTRA monster truck racing. From the Canfield Fairgrounds in Canfield, Ohio, it's the Canfield Monster Truck Thunder Drag. You know, you just never know what's going to come out of this guy's shop, Bob Chandler in St. Louis, Missouri. Where did Stinger come from, and where's Hulkster?
Well, Hulkster, WCW wants actually 3 bodies shown in this series. Now, we can do two body changes. This is our body change for the year. This truck will be for the rest of the season. Eric will be driving this one.
So this was Hulkster with now new body panels.
Just new body panels. The same truck, same driver, same basic name. It's WCW, and this is the old Hulkster. That's right.
So according to the rules, a driver can change trucks or names one time during the season and keep his driver points. So Eric will be in this truck the rest of the year.
That's right.
Well, Stinger is not the only new truck on the Penda Point Series to show up here in Canfield. Check out Bill Haslett in Super Truck 20. Now, this truck is owned by Paul Schaefer as a monster-sized version of the NASCAR Super Truck, but unfortunately, Haslett went up against Dan Runte and Bigfoot in round 1, and Super Truck 20 was trailered early. Let's check in now with my colleague, Army Armstrong.
The name Dan, Patrick, and Sampson, synonymous with a winning team, and that's exactly the way it's been. However, they have had their peaks and valleys throughout the year. As a matter of fact, last time we saw the Sampson Chevrolet, he was at Bluesburg, Pennsylvania, a little bit out of shape over the second jump. Nosing in on some new sod. Front end of the truck collapses. Patrick fighting for control, completely demolishes the truck. We thought we wouldn't see him again for the rest of the year on the Penda Points chase. Then, lo and behold, we come into Canfield, Ohio, and who do we see? Dan Patrick with a brand new combination here, and you're going to have to explain this from word 1 for me. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, there was no way we could repair the truck in time to get it here, and our obligations for all this Penda Point Series this year, so we opted to lease a team. You know, it's a team that's kind of been out here, but with the position we have and chasing the points and stuff, we just leased the whole team. I'm just the shoe this weekend, but, you know, I think it's going to work out pretty good for us, and then when we come back in Indianapolis, we'll have our Sampson truck back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you have seen the truck before. As a matter of fact, it's running under the name of the Dungeon of Doom. This weekend, it's Sampson.
Top 5 qualifiers, once again, Bigfoot, Dan Runte, no surprise. The Stinger is second, then Barefoot, Sampson, and Overkill. As we take a look now at some highlights from round 1 competition, Kirk Dabney really looking to make a good showing here at Canfield. Had the girl all shined up, and as you saw, he qualified in the 5th position.
Yeah, but in that first round, he was DQ'd for not hitting the second jump properly, Gary. So that takes one of the guns out of this playoff.
Dan Patrick in his monster truck for rent advances into round 2 after Todd Frolick in Rampage stalls on the line. Another round 1 competition, Paul Schaefer in Monster Patrol taking on Mark Hall in the Executioner. We made it to the finals in Springfield, but Paul Schaefer takes out Hall on this run. And Fred Schaefer in Barefoot took on Mike Botters in the Black Stallion in round 1. Now, he defeated Mike, but Mike would come back as the fast loser. There's the time for Fred Schaefer's Barefoot. The wildest ride in round 1, Alan Pizzo in the far lane against the Stinger. And his problem came in the shutdown area. Hang on, Alan. He gets his foot back in it. Nice save for Alan Pizzo.
Alan, you literally just have to run them on kill, don't you?
That's the only way you can run out here, Army. These guys are on kill every pass they make, and these 2 corporate sponsorship teams are hard to compete with. we're just out here on a limited budget and trying the best we can with what we got.
And this is living proof of that. Nice save by Alan Pizzo. We're coming back with round 2 competition from Canfield, Ohio. Welcome back to the Canfield Fairgrounds here in Canfield, Ohio for the Monster Truck Thunder Drags. Gary Lee and Army Armstrong. Lane choice once again. Army a big factor here in Canfield. This is what the drivers are looking at in that left lane.
Yeah, it's kind of looking like looking down the Burma Road. You got concrete barriers, a little hill on the right. You got a down drop to the left, so everybody's got their handful. Remember last year, Ken Deppy? Let's talk about that left lane. Look at this. Out of shape on the throttle, trying to get it squared away. If you keep one wheel touching, you can pull it back. And that's exactly what he did.
Well, that was an opening night 1 year ago as we take a look at the round 2 tree Bigfoot Predator, Boogie Van, and Barefoot Monster Patrol and Samson, and the Stinger and Black Stallion. So that lane can create a problem. There is husband and wife, Pam and Mike Botters, in competition here this weekend. As we take a look at Alan Pizzo's Predator lining up against the guy that has been just unbeatable so far this season.
Well, he hasn't lost a lap all year long. That'll be Dan Runte out of St. Louis, Missouri, driving the awesome Bigfoot truck. Pizzo had some problems in the previous round trying to keep the truck straight in between the jumps. Let's see if they've been able to tighten this truck up where it will go straight. Pizzo still a little bit tight on the starting line, willied over the first jump. Bigfoot takes a win with a 4.97, and Gary, he made it look easy.
Dan Patrick and Samson minus the muscle down to the bone. Now the fiberglass cosmetics of this truck limit the visibility of the driver, so he's getting used to not only how little he can see out of the truck, but how the truck actually handles. Let's go trackside now to Army with Dan Runte.
You know, it's strange. In the past, nobody would touch that right lane, and here you're just dialed in on it.
Yeah, right lane's working good for both trucks here on the Ford team. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Both these lanes are going away a little bit. We're having some problems with them. You know, it's just getting tough trying to decide which one you want to go to now. It's just a matter of playing it out and hoping Firestone tires keep biting the way they're doing. We'll go on down through there.
Take a look now at Paul Schaefer in Monster Patrol. He is staging against Dan Patrick and the Samson truck.
Now, Schaefer is really making some moves this year. He settled down. He's constantly running in the 4-second bracket. Dan Patrick has been around the sport of monster trucks and pulling for many, many years, driving the Renter Racer team tonight. Schaefer, a salvage operator out of northern Indiana, been around all year long chasing the points, but let's see if he's found the combination he's been looking for.
Paul Schaefer against Dan Patrick.
Patrick made a good move. Schaefer trying to muscle him.
Oh, a good run, but I think it was that green and black truck. Paul Schaefer takes the victory by just about 2 feet at a 520 ET.
520 is a good number. The replay is going to show you that the Bone truck made the move first. Well, watch Schaefer settle down right now and start really putting horsepower to work.
Well, right now it was side by side, but there you can see the margin of victory just by about a wheel. Let's go down trackside and visit with Paul Schaefer.
Paul, a real close race, but a 5.20 wins it for you out of that left lane.
Well, I got the Van Sinners race engine motor running pretty good, and the Spitfire is working good for me, and I hope to go one more time.
These guys are getting good about getting all those sponsors mentioned.
They've been watching Kenny Bernstein on the drag race series. He's the best.
Here's a crowd favorite already. Brand to the circuit, the Stinger truck. Eric Meager on board, part of the Bigfoot organization.
Now remember, the points stay with the frame and the driver. The body's just cosmetic here. This is the truck we saw earlier in the year as the Hulkster. Meanwhile, Botters in the far lane. Botters is using this as an R&D session, and whatever he was trying didn't work as the Sting stung, Gary.
Eric Meager, a 5.02 in the WCW Stinger. As Bob Chandler checking out the Bigfoot truck, we'll come back and visit with Eric Meager when we return to